One of the activities that we are supposed to do is to engage youths in the communities to enhance their engagement in society, particularly in income-generating activities. And this week, we have been hosting youths who we are recruiting as the first 4K club group for the Center of Excellence. This is similar to the US program known as the 4H. So the 4K club stands for kuungana, kufanya na kusaidia Kenya. That's a Kiswahili phrase meaning joining hands, working and helping Kenya and the society as large.
The key point which we are trying to drive through is to see how we can engage the youth in agriculture. As most of us are aware, the average age of the Kenyan farmer is currently put at about 60 years. And if we look at our agricultural sector, considering that the majority of our population are youth, we need to engage the youth in agriculture.
I'm actually honored to be part of this training. I'm a passionate environmentalist and I'm a founder of my organization, the Green Embassy Kenya. So initially what we used to do with the Green Embassy Kenya was to do a lot of tree planting, basically tree planting, do cleanups and maybe mass education on the importance of environmental conservation. But attending this program of Cesaam, it has opened my brain to a wider perspective, because if I'm focusing alone on trees and seedlings, actually it will take quite some time before it starts generating income to my fellow youths who are part of my organization. So through Cesaam, I've come to learn about agroforestry, intercropping, and I have new ideas of actually bringing up fruit trees in agriculture.
I started my practice in agriculture as a very young person, and my story is one that is geared towards inspiring these young people into taking up agriculture as a form for employment and also generate personal income and improving of livelihoods within the communities.
Number two is because we do not believe in the activities that we are taking. Unanielewa? Unaifanya mnaona pesa ikuji. Mimi saa hizi ndio naanza ku feel like this thing is going to pay me. It's been a journey. Before the company 3 years, with the company 4 years. Nimekuwa nikipursue. Even my wife sometimes almost gives up. Wakati mnaanza kuona challenge za kulipa school fees. You give up. But young people, I want to tell you today, if you start something, do it.
So I'm here to actually inspire them and also talk about poultry farming to these young people and the benefits of involving themselves in poultry farming.
So today's session was a very interactive session where the youth with whom I was engaging explained what they are doing, what the future holds for them in agriculture.
100 grams is 700 shillings. Tuwe kama Wakenya wa kawaida, si ndio? Unanunua gani?
500.
Why then do we want to bring in youth? If we have to ensure that our agriculture is sustainable, there's no way that we can leave the youth out.
We also hope to change these people to stop looking at agriculture as agriculture like our forefathers or parents did, to start looking at it as agribusiness, a form through which they can employ other young people and a form through which they can employ themselves.
With my colleagues, after Form 4, I had this time, I didn't join my university, so we were just relaxed. Actually, we were playing football, but then we had to come up with another idea. So we were 13 boys. We named our group as Young Boys. So I gave them the idea that actually in my place we have a piece of land, reluctant. So I told them, how about we try agriculture?
I had this project of poultry production. For the first time it was successful, but after that there was some diseases attack like the coccidiosis.
We do vegetable production, and rearing of rabbit and some kienyeji mboga.
We do that because ni short period veggies na pia tunauza.
Ili happen nikapanda hoho, then nikakuja nikachuna zikaisha. Nikachuna then vile hizo pics zilisha zote nikakuwa like how can I reform this plant ianze tena kuzaa tena.
So part of the training also was to remove the mentality of young people depending on incomes or loans from organizations to building ideas that create the money tree. Ideas that attract young people or attract investors to come and be part and parcel of your activities. We have also taken these young people through business modeling. How to model their businesses so that they are not dependent on loans, how to create networks that are friendly to accessing market opportunities that in return generate profits that now sustain their activities.
I lead a group from Narok, a youth group, and we do some farming, but the challenges we've been facing is assessing the large parcels of land, whereby our parents do not allow us to take the large parcels of land they own. In short, they are meant for grazing, but whenever we talk to them that we want to do some cultivation, agricultural cultivation, but they turn away our request. So we've been just accessing some small pieces of land, and we've decided to cultivate something to do with vegetables, tomatoes, and it has come to our success. So my appeal to the youths is that don't take your challenge, don't take a problem to be a challenge. The problem should just make you to succeed.
The second thing that came out is that the old folks are stuck in the old traditional ways, the old crops that they used to grow, and even when the youth want to venture into agriculture using modern technology, they don't have the free hand. So if we have to revitalize agriculture in this country, we have to rethink. We have to consider allowing the youth to have access to the land and also to allow the youth to practice modern agriculture.
On the poultry production, we had a lot of challenge on the feeding program. We have been taught on how to feed our chickens in order to realize some profit. We have been told the best ways on how to select the chicken, and also we have been told the best way to get market for our chicken. We are so happy about that. On the other side of the veggies production also we had a problem of sales, and we've been told, being given the best ways on how to market our produce. We have been given platforms on how to sell this produce. We also came to learn that the bees that we see as enemies or very harmful to us are very important things in agriculture, and they can help us make our lively income.
They need to have legitimate organizations such as community-based organizations, cooperatives, companies, sole proprietorships and partnerships, because these are the legal entities that can allow them now to engage with bigger players.
So this program actually it's still ongoing, and I'm very happy. I'm getting to learn a lot of things, and actually it's also an area of networking. I'm meeting fellow youths with similar-minded objectives, with bigger objectives than I have, with different ones. So I'm open. I'm learning a lot of different things through this, and after this I'm planning to go back to Homa Bay County and implement actually everything that I've learned here, because I'm believing it's going to bring in more productive results in the end.
The training imekuwa of more benefit to me, imenisaidia sana.
As per now, I'm grateful. I have some experience that I can take back home.
Also, we've come to realize that agriculture is very, very important, more so to us as youths. We have learned much, and we've known that we can get employment through agriculture.
And we also think, in line with the efforts of the government, we could push the 4K clubs, not only in the institutions, but also among members of the young members of the community, so that they can come together and push the agenda of agricultural sustainability and income generation and employment.
The way forward, as most of them has put it, is for us, the older generation, to refocus our efforts in agriculture to ensure that agriculture evolves in a more entertaining, looking at it from a more entertaining approach, whereby the youth will be able to find that agriculture is quite entertaining, quite encouraging, rather than the poor picture which we always see of that old farmer with a djembe.
So the center is privileged to host youths from Western Kenya, youths from Eastern Kenya, and youths from Rift Valley during this session. And these youths have been involved in various activities related to agriculture, and some are also doing activities related to quasi-agriculture activities or activities that complements income generation from agriculture. And we want to enhance their knowledge, which we have done this week in beekeeping, issues to do with entrepreneurship, also issues to do with chicken or poultry farming, and last today they have just learned on high-value vegetables that they can engage in so that they improve their livelihoods, particularly to be self-reliant in generating income, and also improving the society's focus rather than looking at the need for looking for jobs. This training is to enhance youth's capacity to create jobs for themselves and maybe for others.